Hello people of YouTube, it's Deepak here and welcome to DCS World 1.5 and Razbam Sims M2000C. Now, I gather from looking at the forums that due to certain kind of copyright restrictions put in place by DCS, we're not calling this the M word. I'm not going to use it. You know, something that you sometimes see in a desert which might not necessarily be there. We're not using that word. It's an M2000C. DCS aren't very happy about people calling it the so we're going to call it an M2000C. So anyway, this isn't a tutorial because this is literally me starting the module for the first time. I have not even clicked the button yet, so you know, I've waited until now to open this early Christmas present from Razbam and Eagle Dynamics. So this will very much be me figuring it out as I go along. I'm holding a tablet here which has the flight manual on it. I'm going to try and figure out the startup, take the aircraft up for a quick zip about, and you know, we'll just see how I get on. But yeah, absolutely not a tutorial. I literally have no idea what it is that I'm doing. I'm actually, as we speak right now, flipping very quickly through the manual to see if I can figure out where the startup is. I've seen Wagsy's video of him doing the startup and taxi in a quick flight. So you know, I've seen this aircraft put to use. I've also seen the startup video that somebody put up of the nighttime start for this particular aircraft. So I'm hoping that having seen that and also, oh, here we go, found it, and also having the flight manual in front of me, we might be able to manage something. So without any further ado, I'm going to jump into the aircraft. Let me just get my windows all correctly set up. Right, so I'm going to jump into a mission that I've created for this very purpose. Here we go, M2000C demo. It's very, very basic. It's just a morning takeoff at Kutaisi. I actually can't even remember the radio frequencies, although on saying that, I'll be very impressed if I can use the radios in this aircraft at all. So yeah, I've got engine start up here. It doesn't actually mention anything about powering up the aircraft systems first, so that you can get radios and get clearance, but I'll see if I can work that out as I go along. I think I know where the master battery and inverter switches are, so we might just about get away with this. So here we go. Of course I made it French because, you know, you can't fly the M2000C as any other nationality. Well, you could, but it just seems right. And apparently there's quite a nice skin on this aircraft as well. NATO Tiger Meat, I think, is the one that I've got selected. So here we go, let's fly. Just wait for my view to settle. Well, it seems very zoomed in. Let's, oh, there we go, that's better. Right, so that feels closer to a normal. Yeah, that's more of a normal field of view, I think. Maybe tweak it a little. Let's have a peek at the outside first. My god, look at that. It's looking right back at us. That's very cool. Very cool indeed. I like that. Okay, while we're gawping at it, I'll get the ground crew to plug in the ground power. I actually don't even know if this aircraft takes ground power, but I would assume it can. That's a nice model, isn't it? Well, the chief is not responding, so it may well be the case that there is no ground power in this aircraft. Let's see if we can open up the canopy. No. No, don't know how to open up the canopy. Yeah, this is very much going to be a voyage of discovery. Of course, the worry would be that I can open the canopy and then I can't close it again, so it might be best that I don't worry too much about that. So. Right. Let's, actually the aircraft, there's some warning lights and other bits and bobs already on. So I think this is my master battery switch here. That sounds very much like it. There we go. Control and R resets the master caution. Luckily I found that, otherwise this would have been a very short flight. Right, what have we got here? Power transfer. What's this one? Come on, come on, come on. Alternators. Right, let's have the alternators on. Light test. It's all looking pretty good. I'm pretty sure that's not the normal way you would start up the aircraft, but hey. Right, let's find out what our frequency is here, and I'll have a go at tuning the radio, but there's a good chance I'm not going to manage this. So Kutaisi, we're looking at, right, we'll probably take the UHF, no, we'll take the VHF AM, so 134. 134. Currently tuned 129. Okay, so first challenge, where is the radio panel? I think this looks like it. 1, 3, 4, 0. I would assume. Well, that'll be normal, and that'll be normal in guard. Okay, right. So I think I almost have this worked out actually. And you can have presets or manual. So yeah. So with that, right? Okay. I think I might have just tuned the radio. Let's see if this works. It says UVHF. Don't know what that means. Right. Let's try Kutaisi request startup.
In field 1-1. Request startup.
Could it be? Oh my god, I worked it out. Okay, feeling pretty clever right now. Righty-ho, let's see. So I've asked for startup, so now everything I want is down here on the engine start panel. So I'm going to, right, I'm going to actually refer to the manual so that I'm not making a complete pig's arse of this. So, starter boost pump. So starter boost pump is here. That goes on. Boost fuel pumps, I guess I want to turn those on as well. So there and there. Fire extinguisher, I don't want to turn on the fire extinguisher. Vent. Vent is default, left and right. Right, okay, so it's already in the vent position. Okay, so lift the cover, press the button, and look at the engine instruments. Okay, that was rather simple, if that's all there is to it. Startup light here illuminates, okay. When the engine is in start mode, the light will illuminate. Once the engine is started, the light will go out. So this is what we're hoping for. It's sitting at 11% N1. Oh, of course, I've not advanced the throttle. Right, I'm a fool. How do I do that? I think I know what the problem is. I've actually got the throttles defined for engines left and right. I think that in actual fact, it's only going to respond to a normal single throttle axis. That's almost certainly what's going on here. Yeah. Because of course this is only a single engined aircraft. There. Okay, right. Move! Haha! It lives, right. And now we start to see fuel flow. That's what I needed to do all along. So now that I've applied a little bit of throttle, when I pull it back again, is it going to go to idle or is it going to go to cut-off? This I do not know. Anyway, let's watch for the start. Oh, the starter light went out, that's great. So at this stage I can, I assume, close the cover. Turn off the starter pump, and we are ready to rumble. Okay, if I pull the throttle back... Oh good, right, okay, it doesn't go any further back now, so that's great. I'm not going to inadvertently shut the thing off. Let's turn on the transfer bus. Okay, I still have a warning light, which is hydraulic system. So, why would I have a warning for the hydraulic system? Let's go and check what the checklist now says. We have a live bird at last. Haha. So we're getting somewhere. Okay, so we've done all that. INS to nav, if aligned, otherwise to align. Okay. Emergency hydraulic pump on. In reply to Saber Ewan, I've heard on the forums that the entire control scheme for this aircraft is not finalised as yet, so there'll be lots of funny things in here at the current time. I wouldn't worry too much about that. So my INS, I want to go to... Ooh, I wish I knew what all of this meant. This is going to be very interesting actually, I love systems like this. Okay, that's it, it's in alignment. So, what's it going to do? Align. Okay, right, so I don't really know what that does, but I assume I need to leave it in a line for a while. Well, there we go, that's the emergency pump switch on, that's good. So I've extinguished all the warnings on the caution and warning, that's good. I've got a good engine start, engine looks normal. Got my fuel quantities displayed here. And got fuel flow up here. So that's all looking pretty good. I guess the next thing would be to power on any equipment I need. I'll leave this INS in alignment just now. I don't know if alignment is actually simulated as yet. In fact, to be totally honest, I don't know what is not simulated, so we'll just proceed for now. I'll leave it in alignment, and by the time I've finished everything else, hopefully it's doing its thing. So, IFF to standby. I actually don't know where the IFF is, but if I had to guess, I would say it's behind the stick. How would you put it into standby, though? Aha! I see it. Right, so I guess this is the IFF switch here. And at the current time it's not simulated, apparently. Okay, so that's fine. One less thing to worry about. HUD needs to go into standby, and I think the HUD has a switch under here. Boof. We now have a HUD. Haha, fantastic. Fly-by-wire and AP needs to be tested. We're not going to do that in this flight. Warning lights should be off. Anti-collision light needs to come on. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the lights are somewhere about here. Somewhere. What are these? BR? Oh, radar warning receiver. Oh, fantastic. There we go. So it's live. That's good. Right. BR? I don't actually know what the BR is, but let's turn it on. D to M. Okay, fine. We'll have that. Jammer. Oh, fantastic. There's an integrated jammer in this aircraft. I didn't know that. That's very interesting. So, the external lights, though. What are they? Of course, we've got to... Not only do I not know this aircraft, but I also don't know French. So, there's going to be a lot of guessing going on here. This looks like landing lights. Yeah, here we go. So... what's this? Refueling lights. Well, let's have that on. We'll assume that that is the external lights. Let's see what it does. Right, that looks like full landing lights, not taxi lights, and I apparently don't have the navigation lights on. The detail in the landing gear is just fantastic. It's looking very nice. I've got flight controls. Yep, they all seem to be fine. And actually, can I pop on my nose wheel steering? Yes, I can. That's working as well. Good. Okay, so I know we're going to be able to taxi and take off. That's something. Rudder deflection check. Diddly-diddly-dee. Parking brake warning sounds. Caution and warning panel should be all off. Nose wheel steering is active. DRAV. I don't know what DRAV is. Canopy locked. Cabin off. Caution and warning all off. Nose wheel steering off. Full throttle and max afterburner rotate at 120 knots. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that for a startup. I've almost certainly missed systems, and I've got a horrible feeling that my INS is not ready. But let's slap the INS into nav. Let's just see what it does. Great, yeah, that looks good. For today's flight, that's going to be enough, I think. Obviously, I'm going to do a proper tutorial in this aircraft at some point. I will read the manual fully, do the tutorials if there are any, and then give you guys a proper... Oh, here we go, formation lights, I just found them. They can go on. Navigation lights can go on. Anti-collision lights can go on. Fantastic. Oh, I've got the blue DRAV light. That's what it was telling me I was to look out for. Okay, so, oh, radar. I would quite like to power on the radar, even though I've got no idea how it works. VTB, VTB. Right, these are for the parameters. I think the actual radar control panel is somewhere around about here. Radar power. Okay. Nope, that's not it. Okay. Radar test. Target memory timer. Radar PRF. Radar range. Right, that's none of those. Doppler reject. Rearm. Am I right in thinking the radar has to be in like a kind of standby mode for a while? Oh, there we go. Right, okay, that's the display powered. So that's something. I don't think I'm actually radiating at the current time, but that's fine. I don't want to be right now. Ooh. This is a very... I really like the way that this cockpit has been modelled. It looks just fantastic. You can see that there are a lot of systems in here. Cool, okay, I think that's going to do it for startup. Let's just take a little look, make sure I've got all my lights, which I do. Looking very pretty indeed. I think we're going to go for a taxi and a takeoff. So we'll throttle her up. Have I left a parking brake or something on? Because it doesn't seem to be wanting to move. I'll throttle back first before I do something really stupid. Yeah. There's got to be a parking brake somewhere. Yep, it's landing gear. Let's not pull on that. If I was a parking brake, where would I be? Surely I'd be somewhere on the left here. These must be backup flight controls or something here. Yeah, fly-by-wire tests. Where would I be? Is that a hook? Anti-skid. No, I already looked at that. I would be somewhere here, surely. But this is actually radar, fly-by-wire controls. Oh, come on. Aha! Yep. Well done to whoever just said that my axes are reversed. Let's just fix that right now. Axis commands. My wheel brakes. See, normally I have to invert them with most modules, but for whatever reason I don't have to reverse them on this one. That's more like it. Right, okay, let's get moving.
Kudasi, in field 1-1. Request taxi to runway.
And make sure my nose wheel steering works, which it does. Let's get myself on a comfortable zoom level.
Field 1-1. Kudasi, clear to taxi to runway 8.
Okay, that's more like it. Runway 8, you say? Ooh. I'm probably taxiing a little bit fast, but hey, I'm sure you're all eager to see this aircraft in action. So we managed to start up in the end. A little bit A little bit ridiculous the amount of time I took, but hey, we got there. Certainly is a nice looking aircraft. Ah, hello Shadows. Because you split your name, I didn't recognise it. Okie dokie, let's make our way to runway 08 and then we'll do takeoff with full afterburner. You feel like you can taxi quite fast in this aircraft, but actually there is a slight lag on the nose wheel steering. I guess it is hydraulically operated. Okay, so we're just going to taxi to the end here, make a left, and line up with runway 08. Seem to be carrying enough fuel to do a fairly decent flight. Just test the wheel brakes a little bit. They're pretty good actually. Okay, make a left. Hopefully the sound is coming through okay for you all. Aircraft sounds pretty nice. Another quick flight controls check. Disconnect the nose wheel. There we go. Reconnect the nose wheel. Nice and simple aircraft to operate anyway. I'll go on, clear me for takeoff.
Enfield 1-1, Takeoff, you are cleared for takeoff when ready. Climb 300 at QFE 29.77.
Okay, so we're on the runway. I have no idea how most of the controls work, so let's just get her in the air. So, I'm going to hold her on the brakes. I'm going to go full afterburner. Off the brakes, we get this green PC light that lets us know that the afterburner's on, and away we go. And we're going to be rotating at 120, which will be indicated on the top left. There we go, rotate. We are airborne. I'm going to go gear up. I said gear up. Oh, there we go. Okay, I've got to click the handle. Okay, nice warning sounds, that's quite cool. So gear is showing up. I do still have a couple of lights here. I have Frine and Cross. I don't know if those are slats or flaps or what. Let's see. Yeah, they're still on. I don't know at what stage they're supposed to go off. I'm going to throttle back out of afterburner just now. And let's just see how the aircraft operates. Now, I don't know if I need to manually trim this aircraft, as it has, it does have fly-by-wire. So, let's just grab a little external view. The aircraft looks clean at this stage, actually. So, I'm just going to do a quick loop. Oh, is that a high G warning or something? Pop in the afterburner. We can certainly pull the G's in the vertical. Roll is pretty speedy. There's a strange kind of rudder coupling going on there, but that's present in a lot of fly-by-wire aircraft. Let's go afterburner just off, but mill power. There we go. That's about there. Let's get some speed up. Do a bit of a dive. This is approaching the speed of sound at sea level. I'm just going to do a quick flight down the runway. Zoom. Heads-up display, although it's quite unfamiliar, it's not similar to any of the American stuff. It's pretty easy to follow. You've got pitch ladder there, you've got the horizon, you've got speed top left, altitude top right. Oh, actually, I should really turn on my radar altimeter. That's better. There we go. So now we'll get a nice height above the ground. I assume that takes a few moments to power up, so that's fine. Oh no, actually it wasn't even on. There we go, now it's on. Right, so it's displaying and it's on. What's this one do? HUD declutter, gun target, and that looks fine. So, there are no aircraft actually in this particular mission, so there's probably no point putting the radar on. I assume it's in its kind of preheat mode just now, but anyway, let's pop it on. See what it does. It's in SIL mode, whatever that means. And then whatever that is... Right, okay, so it said SIL and now it's EM. So I assume... Oh, silent. Right, okay. I was in silent, so I had it in preheat, then I had it in silent, then I have it in emitting. So it's now actually working, although there's nothing really to see. Yeah, I assume that alarm is the G limit. Where's my G actually indicated in this aircraft? Yeah, I don't actually see a G meter. I assume there must be one. I assume there must be one somewhere. But I do not see it. All will become clear, I'm sure. It's quite cool having the fuel probe there, and actually I can see one of the pitot tubes as well. Okay, I'm going to go idle throttle and pull up, and I'm going to hit... There we go, air brakes, those work. What was the warning I got there? Don't know, it's gone now. And air brakes in, air brakes in. What are they indicated by? There we go, right, I've got these indications here, A and F. Those are obviously the air brakes. I'll pull them back in again and bring the throttle up. And let's try some manoeuvring. So someone's asking there if the flight model has been completed. It feels like there is a flight model. This is definitely not the simplified flight model that you get as standard. I'm obviously flying with the fly-by-wire fully engaged. I think there is a way of actually disengaging. Here we go, the fly-by-wire. There we go, fly-by-wire is now... Oh shit! Right. Turn it back on! Turn it back on! There. Oh no, I turned it off again. Right, it's on. Holy crapola. I'm gonna die. There we go. Okay, so it works in much the same way as the fly-by-wire does in the Su-27 and the F-15 just now, in that if you turn it off, you die. So that was pretty intense. Wow. Okay. So I think I think the short version of that story is don't turn off the fly-by-wire. Right, I'm going to jump straight back in. This time what I'm going to do though is I'm going to see if I can start with the aircraft already running, so that I'm not wasting anybody's time here. Yes, there is indeed. Alright, let's just do the takeoff. Instant action, that way you're not sitting about waiting for me to get it started back up again. Ah, if nothing else, that was intense. Oh dear, oh dear. Right, yes. Don't turn that off. Or if you do, make very, very small movements on the stick. I pretty much instantly lost control there. Right. Oh, there we go, that's moving. I'll put the display on. I kind of like having the radar on, even though effectively it doesn't do anything right now. Those warning lights are not present in this warm start, so I obviously did not properly set up my INS. That's fine, I kind of knew that. Let's pop on the radar altimeter and pop on its display. There we go, that's working nicely. And let's just get my seating position all nice. There we go, that's better. Yeah, short version of previous flight. Do not touch that switch. That is the switch of death. Okay, let's go. Oh, I've got a wingman. Hello, wingman. What are we carrying? Mag 530s, RPs. Oh shit. Let's get in the air. Let's get in the air. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I don't know where I am either in this particular flight. Aircraft feels a lot heavier here, so I'm definitely carrying something. It looks like Magics and 530Ds and a fuel tank. So this is probably what they would carry as a sort of intercept payload, I guess. I don't know how the fuel gauge works. Yeah, I really don't know how the fuel gauge works, but that's okay. I'm sure that I would assume that these bars are going to move down. I don't know if I have a button for selecting different tanks to display or whatnot, but anyway, that doesn't particularly matter right now. We're just going for a little joyride. Just getting first impressions. So, yeah, first impressions are, it definitely has a flight model. It definitely has a flight model. You can feel, actually, when you're flying with the fly-by-wire on, you can definitely feel that it's doing something. I can feel coupling between the ailerons and the rudder. Yeah, I can definitely feel, under certain circumstances, that it's trimming me. Yeah, so it's doing its job for sure. I don't know what the parameters of the fly-by-wire are in this aircraft. I don't know how advanced it is. I don't know what protections you have or whatnot. But it's definitely doing something. I can attest to that much. And instruments all appear to be working. Yeah, and it's a pretty nice aircraft to fly. People have been saying that this might be an opponent for the MiG-21. To be honest, I think this is probably a much more advanced aircraft than the 21, really. You know, we've got a heads-up display here, we've got constantly computed impact points, we have a radar, albeit one that's air-to-air only. We've got fly-by-wire, so I think that really in a contest between the 21 and this aircraft, it's really no contest. This has BVR capabilities, which the 21 absolutely does not. Richie UK is just asking if it's comparable to something like the Typhoon. I think the obvious answer would be no. You know, this is a 4th generation interceptor. It's not going to be able to dogfight like the 5th generation fighters. So yeah, things like the Typhoon, the French Rafale is going to be far more capable than this. I would imagine even things like the MiG-29, modern versions of which are really Gen 4.5, they're going to be more capable than this. But that said, this is a very impressive aircraft. Let's go afterburner, let's get up to altitude, and let's see what we can actually do with this aircraft. Let's see how fast it is, because I have a feeling it's going to be pretty fast. And we got airspeed and altitude there, and our two artificial horizons. Oh, where are these test switches? Oh, this is the autopilot controls. Fantastic. What's this one? Approach hold. Altitude hold. Altitude hold. Selected. Alright, so current and selected. Right, okay, that makes sense. Autopilot master. Okay, that's pretty cool. I like that. So, we're up at almost 18,000 feet. Let's get a bit higher. And let's just see what we can do performance-wise. Let's have a little peek at the fuel situation first. Again, I don't really know how to read this fuel panel, but it looks to me like we have fuel for sure. That much I can tell you. Passing 22,000. Let's continue our climb to 30,000 and then see what speed we can attain at that altitude.
Dodge 1, outlaw.
Very good, Dodge 1. Shadows is asking if I've got any weapons on board. Yes, indeed. I appear to have 530s and magic missiles. How you use them? Not a clue. Are there any targets to use them against? Not that I'm aware of, so that's probably pointless anyway. Right, okay. For the purpose of this exercise, let's pop on... Oops. Altitude hold. And I've got it on full afterburner. Okay, we're already beyond the speed of sound. She is a beauty, is she not? Oh, look at that afterburner effect. That is nice. Yeah, these Razbam chappies clearly know what they're doing. So we're going full afterburner, indicating 600 knots, Mach 1.75, which is pretty bloody quick. Aircraft is pulling left ever so slightly, I think. Hard to tell. Yeah, looking pretty sweet, I think. So there we go. It's working nicely. The autopilot seems to be doing its job. I'm going to pop the radar into emissive mode. There we go. Oh, actually, you can see the cursor. That's pretty cool. And I've got my cursor mapped on the HOTAS. So if there is anything out there, I could actually lock it up. In fact, I could probably practice by trying to lock up my wingman. I don't know if he's going to be too happy about that, but it's certainly worth a go. Anyway, we seem to be maxing out here around about Mach 1.9 with this payload at this altitude, which I would say is very good indeed. Let's pop her out of afterburner now. Go about 80% N1, let the speed bleed off. What's this switch do? Oh, the spin switch. Cool, okay, that's good. What's this? Audio warning reset. Right, that's good to have that up on the up front as well. Okay, that's cool. LTZO, hit the flyby button. No, we've already done that. We know what happens. I don't really feel like putting you all through that again, so not this time. Not this time, but maybe one day soon. So I guess this is my master arm. How does that change my display up here? So cannon is pre-selected. Ooh, okay, that's twin cannons. I didn't know that. Haha, shows you how much attention I've been paying. Ooh, shell cases and everything. Very nice. Very, very nice. Okay, let's disengage the autopilot. So this is just giving... Oh, this is giving me the snake. The cannon snake. That's pretty cool. Do I have an option to put it in an air-to-ground mode of any description? Ooh, okay. Paul, I don't know what that does. TAF, don't know about that either. I don't know what any of these buttons do. Nah, no idea. It's probably best I don't muck around with that too much. Throttle back a bit more. Pop out the air brakes. Why am I getting a warning when I do that? I wonder if I'm getting a hydraulic pressure drop when I'm doing that. I like the shine on that that river down there. Let's save the weapons for now so I don't do anything stupid. There we go, it's better. Bring the air brakes in, level her out a little bit. So now we're down a bit lower and a bit slower. Can I disengage these? Yes. So yeah, there's clearly a system to this panel. Selecting one of these then changes what's displayed on it. A little bit like the system in the Typhoon, actually. So I can select the 530s. I can arm, and then I get the symbology. So that's good actually. If I had something locked up, then I could probably just about employ these weapons. Is there anything out there? Well, there's no AWACS to ask, so I don't know. It's a little bit ergonomics-wise, or at least with the way I have my track IR set up. It's a little bit fiddly to use the radar display effectively because I have to kind of crouch down. It's a bit unpleasant. Robert Thornsberg says the top ones are INS, the bottom ones are weapon select. Ah, thank you, Robert. Okay, that makes sense. So yes, top ones are my different navigational modes in that case, I assume. Okay, fair enough. That will require some further reading. Right, let's go and do a bit of a joyride. What have we got going on here? Oh, there's my wingman. Let's dump all of this, because I don't know how to operate it in any case. You can be quiet. I think I know why it's complaining. It's my fly-by-wire mode. I can now turn off the limiter. There we go. So, alright, I keep the magics. I can't jettison them, can I? No, I don't know how to do a selective jettison. Okay, that'll be for another day. In any case, let's go this way now that we've dropped those heavy missiles. Have I dropped the fuel tank as well? Yes, I have. That's great. Okay, let's get a bit of smash on and make our way over here to where these mountains are, because I've got a funny feeling it'll be fun to fly through these at low level. Let's just see what this aircraft can do. I hope you're all enjoying this so far. I certainly am. It's a nice aircraft. Ah, right. I can see that these numbers have gone down. My jug and my detot are both going down. They're in kilograms, so yeah. Okay, that looks like I've got about 2 tons of fuel remaining, which doesn't sound like very much, especially now that there we go. Yeah, wingman's just called bingo. So what I'm doing right now is probably very stupid and will result in me running out of fuel. Hey-ho. Always have the ejection seat. Let's have some fun at low level. Yeah, high speed maneuvering. Yeah, low altitude, high G, close to the speed of sound. Not ideal. However, she does turn, and maneuverability is good. Very good. And very precise. Yeah, the aircraft feels nice and precise. Actually, you can feel the fly-by-wire doing its work. Very nice. Yeah, it's a good low-level bird. Flies nicely. Try a bit of rudder. Nope. Nope. Okay, don't have enough rudder authority at this speed to do knife passes that low to the ground. That almost resulted in disaster. Let's get the speed back up again and make our way over here to these mountains. Aha, thank you, Robert. You've obviously been reading the manual on my behalf. So, he says, select the magic by clicking it, flip the jettison switch, and then press the fire button to get rid of it. Okay, let's try that just for fun, because I would quite like to be flying with a clean platform. Nah, that's not working. Do I have to press this? Nope, still not. Maybe I have to have it armed to be allowed to do that. Oh, okay. That's not what I was intending to do, but that's them off the rails in any case. That's good, that's good. Okay. Safe the weapons. Now I have a clean bird. Oh, why is... Right, what have I done? My HUD looks completely different now. I've got a mag warning, and my speed and everything are in a completely different position. Look at those missiles go. Right, I don't really know what I just did. Is this... Have I... No, I still have fuel. Not very much, but I still have fuel. Okay, I've got no idea what I just did. Let's ignore that, and let's see what we can do. Yep, turns nice. Good in the vertical. I really like having a flight path indicator. It's been too long in the Russian birds without one. If you want to fly accurately at low level, this is just the only way you can do it. Need your FPM. And these chevrons as well, to show whether you're accelerating or decelerating. Very useful. Oh, let's pop the afterburner on. Yeah, I can do a really tight turn at low level like this, and I can still actually accelerate. So, oh, of course I'm doing this completely clean. However, this is definitely an impressive aircraft. What am I showing on the fuel? 1.5 tons. Okay, yeah, so I don't have much playtime left, but however, let's try our own little version of a Mach loop here. Let's get the smash on. So I'm seeing it's now displaying angle of attack and G on the HUD, which it wasn't before. Wonder why I'm getting that now. I've clearly pressed something. There we go. This is good. This is good. Very controllable aircraft. Yeah, I'm definitely having fun here. Speed's pretty low. Oh dear. That's what happens, you see. I turned my head to have a little look and see how much juice I had left and hit the ground. Whoopsie. Okay, let's get out of that. Dead, dead, dead. Right, so what should I try now? What would be the next thing to do? Is there actually... are there any training missions? No, no training missions. Instant action... Intercept. Oh dear, oh dear. Right, am I going to do this? Let's give it a go, let's see what happens. Pretty much guaranteed to die here. But hey, let's give it a go in any case, see what happens. You're over Georgia and two ship flights of 23s and 29s are off your nose at 30 nautical miles. Okay, don't fancy my chances too much there, but hey, let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. Right, so radars in silent. Let's go emissive. Let's go. Oops. Let's go armed. Oh, let's pull up a little.
Colt 1-1, focus, bra 106.
There, armed. Choose the 530s. And not seeing anything on the radar just yet. I'll set about 95%.
Colt 1-1, focus, bra
106.
445 at 13,000.
Right, so I'll turn a little just so I'm looking directly at them.
Focus, passing waypoint 2 at 30,000. Focus, on station at Bulls 102 for 30.
Ooh, okay, 29s are spiking us. I've got them on the scope. Are you serious? Missile launch already? Oh, come on. Right, okay, I've got somebody locked up. Oh, I did have someone locked up. They're gone now. Okay, lock, lock, lock. It's a little bit fiddly. There we go, locked and single target track. Okay, so he's on. I'll wait for him to be inside what I assume is the envelope. Somebody's definitely locked me up. Okay, that should be shoot range. So, firing. That was easy enough. Let's go out of afterburner. Let the speed bleed off a bit. That's a hit. Splash. Oh, okay, we don't want that. Missile launch. I'll reset that lock. Oh, I just blacked out. Right, I've completely blacked out. Where am I? There we go. There we go, I'm back. Right, let's take the magics. Okay, clearly... oh shit. Missile launch. Throttle up a little. Oh dear, oh dear. I think my wingman is done. Hopefully I'm not. Oh, here we go. I'm showing something. There we go, got a lock. Lost my lock. Right, he was obviously off to the right here somewhere.
Focus, merged.
Yeah, I am. Okay. I do not see him. I do not see him. He's got me locked up dead ahead. Why has he not killed me? Oh no. I can see that. Alright, let's bring her... Oh, that's a hit! That's a hit! I'm definitely hit. Radar's dead. Okay, right. Eesh. I guess that's why I've got the radar dead symbol. Let's see if I can get a tone out of this. Yes, I've got a tone. Oh! Oh, I just lost a wing, I think. I was hit again. Yeah, I've lost a wing. I had a tone there as well. I was about to get that other guy. I think I'm done. Time to eject. Yeah, I'd lost the entire wing. Whoopsie. No, Shadows, I don't know the chaff flares button. I should probably have figured that out before getting started. In fact, let me very quickly figure out what the chaff flares button is, and then I'll be straight back in. We'll try that again. Countermeasures. I have an ECM as well, which is nice. Let's map that. Okay, there's the ECM. Countermeasures. I'll put countermeasures release on here. There. Okay. And yeah, that was an unsuccessful engagement, but hey, I tried. I got at least one of them, so that's something. So, quit, and let's fly that again. So far, pretty impressed. You know, this is obviously a beta module. There are going to be missing features and things that are not quite right, but I've been able to jump into it, start it up, and fly it around a little bit. And here on the instant action Intercept, I've been able to jump in and actually launch missiles at targets without me actually knowing how to operate the aircraft properly at all, really. So, quite impressed so far. I think this is not bad at all. Okay, let's try this again. That's all programmed. This is already on manual. I don't know what any of these do, but I'll just leave them alone. Oh, the dispense doesn't do anything. What's this? Right, manual. Okay, apparently just having a dispense button is not enough. I'm going to have, I guess, separate ones for the chaff and the flares. Let's try that. So, countermeasure release, let's clear that. Flares, we'll have you on here. Chaff, we'll have you on here. Right, let's see if this works.
Focus, bra, 106, 445.
Ooh, that works, but I don't carry very many of those, so let's not use them all up. Okay, so,
Focus,
ready to rumble.
Waypoint 2 at 30,000.
Okay, radar is working. Okay, spike 12 o'clock. Let's grab the 530s. Missile launch 12 o'clock. Damn it. Oh, let's get the throttle up. And there we go. I've got one chappie there. Single target track on. Let's get the speed up. Can I pop on the ECM? Okay, trying it, see what happens. So, I can launch this missile about 8 miles. Off we go, let's see what happens. And I assume that this is a... I assume I need to maintain lock, you know, this is a semi-active. So if I can take one down, yeah, I think I have. That's, yep, he's dead. Okay, so break that lock. There should be another one out there. He should still be dead ahead. Oh, that was not good. I was hit by more than one thing. That was probably cannons, I guess. And I'm now dead. Oh well. Okay, I think I've proven that that's about as good as I can hope to achieve without actually reading the manual. So yeah, I hit one, oh it was a MiG-23 I hit actually, and then they actually hit me with a missile. It felt like cannon fire, but anyway, that was definitely a missile. Pilot dead. Oh dear, oh dear. So, there we go. I've been able to fly the aircraft and I've been able to fight in it, sort of, without even reading the manual properly. So, there we go, not a bad performance at all. I think that that's probably where I'm going to leave it for tonight. I hope you all enjoyed that. Obviously I'm going to be posting proper videos up fairly shortly, showing you exactly how to fly this aircraft properly. I'll do one on the startup and takeoff. I'll do my usual thing with the with flying a circuit, landing it and shutting it down afterwards as well. I'll then start going over some of the systems and showing you how to employ it in air-to-air and air-to-ground. So I hope that you all enjoy those. At some point I will probably take bits from this session and cut them up and put them up just for interest. If people are trying to make a decision on whether or not they should buy this module, it might help them. And apart from that, I think that's it for tonight. I hope that you've all had a great Christmas, and I hope that you're all enjoying, if you've bought it, this nice Christmas present from Razbam and Eagle Dynamics. Okay, see you all next time.